lights up, or disappears, or flashes. They do different things. Very rare moments I've caught them changing directions. They're going to disappear from me, become completely invisible. Go right down. Disappear, please. Hide from me. Camo. You can't? Thanks.
Quite simply, I share what I say outside in the audio. I share when there are cool things that happen, like this now. Is that small light a satellite? I doubt it, because it looks, I'm pretty sure it came out of that ball of light on the bottom there. We're going to look at a whole bunch of UFOs. The one that came close to the house, frame by frame, changes geometrical shapes. A see-through, invisible UFO. Absolutely incredible. Not for nothing, they say that there's many different events and different characteristics to each event because there's so many different events. Well, that's my story for sure, and I'm sure others that are filming UFOs. Check this out. Here's something pretty cool. At the same time, whether it be debris, falling star, or of course a UFO, meteor, whatever you want it to be, let's slow it down. As I'm watching it go out of frame, look what comes on the top left. You'll see it'll go downwards, and these are always really cool, but usually falling stars are very straight. As you will see later on, I caught another one too, which is very straight. You could tell it's a falling star. It fizzes out, right? Okay, let's look at that again to explain to you that it's debris, okay? Because debris is spiraling around, changing direction and stuff, so that's debris. You'll see a falling star later, and it will actually fizz out. I believe this is debris. It's out of control. It's an object. So that tells you a lot of where the object is. Check it out while you check this sudden move after that went by. Look what happened to the light. It fizzed out and completely brought its light completely down. So that was a cool capture. So now we cut, and yeah, debris spirals around like you see there, and it's not losing the intensity of its heat. So it's not necessarily an Earth's orbit either, because it would burn up, right? Here it is in conversion. And you'll see the falling star is a lot faster, and as it goes by, it completely disintegrates itself. So again, it still could be debris, but it's coming into the atmosphere of Earth. So there's all these differences when you're analyzing, and hey, I can only imagine the Pentagon has a lot of problems too, along with lying, but anyways, to be able to characterize all these different captures. I give them that, honestly. So check it out. There's the speed of another one, and that's not the same one, and you will see and know that it's not when I slow it down. There it is, just like in Star Wars. Oh, disintegrating, getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And the other object remained it remained lit the whole time it went by. Why am I using filters on the infrared camera? Also has filters, and it's to be able to see the difference and the heat inside of what we're looking at, because this is infrared, and you'll see the different heat signatures inside of it. Once it gets less intense, there it is. It's going to fizz out. It's going to become sand, stardust. So some cool captures, even a directional change, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is sideways, the same thing. So that's always pretty cool to see. I'll be honest with you, in 6 years I've seen about 20, 30 with my eye, and I've caught about 15 only. So they're not necessarily easy to capture. Like this one here does not look like the same type of light. Looks thinner, more elongated, and then whoop, it changes itself and adjusts itself. But then, what's going on? Are you noticing? Didn't want to say it. It's doing a directional change, okay? And the fire changes. The intensity of the heat of this object changes. So listen, guys, it's going downwards now, okay? Let's see it again in another way. It's turned the angle around. My goal here is for you to see the change in direction. Going upwards, out to the right, I'm looking at this thing, and then all of a sudden, it's spiraling left, going down left. There's obviously no cut in this image, and you see it literally go left, and then even comes back downwards. Try to watch the stars too to orient yourself to see when it's turning. So there it's going upwards, and then it veers here suddenly for the first time, and then starts going literally back downwards. So see it one more time. I'm playing it faster than it is actually happening, of course, and I saw it when I went front and backwards by moving the arrow. Let's see that one more time. It's pretty cool. This is a directional change. We'll see it two more times here. It's absolutely amazing, actually. It goes upwards and then goes downwards in a horseshoe, like upside down horseshoe shape. And again, that's my third or fourth capture like that. It's a very rare capture. And then we're going to see a daytime UFO. So there it is, swooping upwards. And what is the bouncing? Is because I'm adjusting every step. Pop up, pop up, pop up, going up. I'm going up. I'm trying to raise my tripod to follow it, and then descend. And it was tight, so it was between the teeth of the gears as I was going up and downward. So don't wonder why it was jumping. Daytime UFOs. That is a UFO in the middle of the afternoon. So this is even more rare. I should have called this video actually rare captures as you hear the scooters go by. Yeah, daytime UFO. Look at it. Literally a ball of light, like a ball of plasma. And in the day, what I could see was literally like a drop of gold just flying by in the sky. No way of seeing what it is. Obviously not an airplane either. So check it out. In the middle of the day, there is a UFO going by, right? So if it was a satellite, it wouldn't be that low. See, that's the thing. Satellites, once they go up in orbit, once they're launched, they go up in orbit, and they go really high up in orbit. And of course, they climb and they climb, and they're already small when you first see them. And then when they climb in orbit, are you going to see them? Possibly, with an infrared camera, of course. And maybe, it's still theoretical, but it's going to be very, very small and far away, for sure. This object going over the house makes no sense. The government talks about them clashing with airplanes and stuff now, so we got to be careful. Right, ladies and gents, for those just arriving to the channel, if you want to understand the big secret, there's launches being done on the surface of the moon, right? It's under the lights. There they are, in unison, in line. If there are UFOs buzzing around Earth, obviously the moon is where they could possibly be coming from. And the fact that they're not mentioning that, well, anyways, here, that's what the lights are possibly doing, right? Well, what's this light doing coming out of the crater with darkness? And it's very, very dark, and then it grabs on fire. So what, did they shoot this UFO? Is it the UFO that's being shot, or is it the UFO that's shooting? Imagine getting shot. Watch. Imagine this is your craft. Then all of a sudden lights come from all angles and boom. That's really scary stuff when you think of it. Have you ever seen a UFO spraying the surface of the moon? That's what you're looking at right there. So I believe there are many different characteristics with UAP findings. Look at Earth. We hide the surface. Are we hiding from those lights? Are there certain areas on Earth that, for military or national security reasons, that aliens absolutely cannot see? We can go through thousands and thousands of theories. Ending with the creme de la creme, my friends. This was the closest UFO I've ever filmed with an infrared camera, and it was only 20 feet over the house. It was very scary. It illuminated the whole surface. But watch this. There are geometrical shapes. And yes, it's see-through, right? And you see this intense heat that's all around it. So thrusting, and you'll see it thrust more and less as it's moving across the sky. But I want you to notice the geometrical shapes that are appearing around this craft. Look at it. Geometrical shapes go from circular, square, diamond-shaped, and at the same time, you see that billowing light intensifying and getting less intensified as it's flaming around. It's really thruster. So this object is unique. So definitely an unidentified aerial phenomena that we can call it. But again, I call this also, I would think more an unidentified aerial phenomena vehicle, because that's what the new terms are now, and that's what NASA, yeah, everyone, military, pilots, they're all going to be trained now to recognize UFOs more. So, of course, there'll be more and more disclosures. Our children will have disclosures. Hopefully, we will have some more disclosures too, because we know UFOs exist. The military, government, and NASA, and even national security all existed. There's not one of them that said that they didn't exist. They just told us they did not know who they were, whether it be a foreign threat like China or Russia, or an exterior threat. DARPA, they've been quiet lately, right? HARP is back up and at it. So what's going on? Secret projects all the time. Just got to keep your eyes open and keep your eyes in the sky, and you'll definitely see something. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ernest Johnson, thank you so much for the generous contributions.
Doesn't matter, cause disclosure's coming soon.